In this daily drop, I'm going to talk about why I double boom on almost all of my projects now. So let's go. Okay, everybody, still in the grubby clothes, about to head out the door. I have to shoot 2 back-to-back episodes of the daily drop in order to be able to do these interviews on Monday and Tuesday. And one of the things I wanted to talk about before I 86 this mic that's right here, the NTG5, is why I tend to double boom most of the time nowadays. I don't do it all of the time, but in most situations I find, and I think a lot of people do, that we tend to lean towards the boom mic anyway. But some of the tricks with that when you're doing audio by yourself is that talent can move and then they kind of get out of that place that either they're off axis, they're not in the lobe as much, and then your audio levels are going all over the place. So double booming can be a huge advantage. I have this little bar here that I got on Amazon. This one happens to be from Newer with 2 E's. I put a couple of shock mounts on there and a couple of microphones. And I do that for 2 reasons. Obviously for redundancy. Actually 3 reasons. Redundancy, number 1. Number 2, it's making sure that I don't get lots of dips. Usually if it's a single person interview, it's not really a problem. But I also do this because there are times, really 4 now I think, there are times where I'll find out from a client that there's going to be 2 people in the interview. So if I have 2 mics there, that's definitely an advantage. And then number 4, I keep changing the number, it's 4, is that I'm going into the Mix Pre 6.2, and on channel 1, I generally do a 3 to 6 dB noise assist, where it's essentially listening to the room and helping me take out some of that extraneous noise. But when I plug in the second mic to channel 2, I don't have noise assist on that. That gives me a clean without that plugin being applied, because it's not like you can take it as metadata and remove it in post-production. So it gives you a little bit of a safety there as well. Usually if I dial that noise assistant to the right place, it's not an issue. I can actually go ahead and just leave it as is, and I usually favor that channel 1 audio. But those are a few, now 4 reasons why I double boom on most of my projects. And if I'm doing audio by myself, I generally don't have enough time to be putting lavs on people. So again, going back to number 1, redundancy. Was it number 1? I think it was. Well, there you go. Don't forget to, and I'll see you on the next episode of The Daily Drop.